99% of clothing brands are killing their sales with these simple product page mistakes, and it's quietly wrecking their conversions. It's like hosting a party, but you're hiding all the snacks in the basement, right? I'm going to show you exactly why clothing brands are setting themselves up for failure and how to fix it real fast. Most brands waste their prime real estate above the fold on generic product titles or maybe some artsy images. And it's like a retail store, right? Putting the checkout counter in the stockroom, right? Your top section, the very top part, right before you scroll any on that page, should instantly answer the 4 burning questions that your shopper's gonna have. It's like, does it fit me? What is it actually made out of? How much does it cost? And why should I care, right? This isn't just guesswork. The Baymard Institute found that 60% of shoppers abandon when they can't quickly confirm product compatibility or relevance, right? In apparel, compatibility means fit and style confidence. So a practical example would be if you're selling a $70 linen shirt, your hero section, right? Like above, we call hero usually is a banner, but really a hero section will be anything above the fold, right? It should read breathable, 100% linen, relaxed fit, somewhere in there, free shipping, free returns, right? All right above product information, all right above that product description, really, right above the add to cart button is really where all this information needs to be. So there's no scavenger hunt required. Hey, I'm Christian Pignon, one of the co-founders here at Bit Branding. We specialize in helping clothing brands scale online. We've served over 300 clothing brands in the last year alone. I would appreciate if you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our latest content. Now, next up is usually a single studio shot is not enough. Even 2-3 images is really not enough. So visual context is usually missing on product pages. And shoppers really want to see products, one, in their natural habitat. That's always going to be good. So think of like lifestyle images, movement videos, even user-generated try-on images or videos. So why do you want this? And that's because 91% of shoppers say that seeing an item on a person with a similar body type increases purchase confidence. And that's really everything that we're after here. Confidence directly equals conversions. Have you ever been on a site where the model is maybe just standing in a stiff pose, perfectly lit, but you can't really tell how the fabric drapes when you maybe walk? That's really a missed sale right there. Video loops or even TikTok style reels or hauls of your clothing, or even a simple animated 360 spin that maybe doesn't have a customer, but it's showing every single angle, can actually bridge that gap. As a bonus tip, you can also show multiple body type. Asos actually famously saw a 23% uplift in conversions when they diversified their model imagery. And I believe Alo Yoga as well has diversified their imagery, and they even give the customers the ability to switch between models. So more and more brands are actually using multiple types of models within their product imagery. People definitely want to see themselves, right, in your product, literally. And to be honest, like pretty soon, maybe within this year or next year, more than likely there will be an app out there, an AI app that can just take your full image and you can try on basically every single product on the website. There is stuff out there just like that you can do that, but it's not necessarily integrated, right, within the website or Shopify ecosystem. And there are some that are, but they're just not there yet, I would say. But eventually that's going to be the future. I will be able to just turn on my camera and just walk into frame and see myself wearing that particular item, and it's not just a representation of it, it's actually the actual item with the right dimensions, the right length, the right colors, the right lighting, shadows, and everything like that. So that's going to be very powerful. For now, we kind of have to compromise, right? We have to show our customers a variety of product lifestyle imagery. Something that I've also seen a lot on product pages is when actual product details are just buried into accordion tabs. Accordion tabs are the ones that you kind of click on it and it expands into more information. At a glance, these product details are going to be very, very important, right? If you have all of the product information hidden or sort of buried into accordion tabs, you're basically saying like, our info is important, but only if you go digging for it, right? User behavior studies show that vertical scrollable layouts keep people engaged longer than click to reveal tabs, right? I do believe there is a place for the click to reveal, and I do believe that's just for some additional details on more the technical side of things, right? The shipping and delivery, for example, I think, or shipping and returns would be a nice tab that you could have hidden that just kind of outlines more information. At a glance, yes, you want to have, is it free shipping? Is it free returns? Yeah, display that visually for me to see without having to click on anything. But then after that, yeah, within that page, you can have some of that information still in there. Now this whole, scrolling, like a lot of people think like, oh, there's too much scrolling on this page. Well, guess what people do 90% of their days nowadays, sadly? It's their Instagram, they're scrolling, their TikTok, they're scrolling. Like they scroll without even thinking. So the fact that you're saying that, oh, there's too much scrolling on my website, like that's what people are used to. People are used to scrolling all day, every day. Now your ideal flow, hero section, right? You definitely want to talk about fit, fabric, you want to have the price, you want to have that call to action, that add to cart button right there visible above the fold. A visual gallery, right? You want to have studio, you want to have lifestyle, you want to have UGC, you want to have some videos, you want to have 360 product imagery. Product imagery definitely needs to be on point. Detailed descriptions, style, story. What are the key aspects of that particular product? Size and fit guides. We want clear measurements. We don't want just small, medium, large, and then just call it a day. We need to know the actual size chart. We need to know what the model is wearing. We need to know if fits scale. Is it true to size? Is it smaller? Is it larger than usual? All those things are going to be important when it comes to fit and size. And then reviews, quick question and answer, obviously related products, or a complete the look suggestions. You got to think of your page like a guided museum tour, right? Like everything laid out in a sequence that makes sense. There's no mystery rooms down the hall or anything like that. Now, I mentioned a bunch of different stuff within that breakdown, so let me break down the reviews. Like trust is the single biggest invisible force on a product page. Without it, your customer's brains is literally screaming, this could be a scam. Like if you reframe your thinking into every single customer that comes into my site is saying from the get-go, this could be a scam, that will change the way that you perceive your website. Because literally majority of people who are going to the website are saying that in their head. So how can you deviate away from that little phrase, this could be a scam? You definitely want to have visible returns policy, actual customer reviews with images, and any responses to negative feedback are all proven conversion booster. Here's a stat that actually hurt. 85% of clothing brands don't respond to negative reviews on their product pages. That's like a store clerk ignoring a complaint in front of 10 other shoppers. Like you have to show that you care. You need to reply to the bad reviews with solutions. You have to feature happy customers and photos and videos, and you need to highlight any guarantees that you have. Even like little micro assurances like ships in 2 business days, or we offer free size exchanges, right? Those little things, those little sentences, like you don't want to have them buried into some kind of returns policy. Like you need to extract that information and have it front and center to your customers. Here's another truth. Most people won't buy on their first visit, right? And that doesn't mean that that particular visit is wasted, right? If you give them a reason to stay connected, then that's definitely a win. Sure, it's not a conversion, but it's a micro conversion. So what I would maybe say there. So some of those micro conversions could look like wish lists, right? You let people save that item for later, and 94% of brands don't have wish lists, and they are a proven path to repeat visits. Another thing is back in stock alerts, right? If you are out of a particular size, collect that email, collect that phone number so you can reach out to them at a later time. Another micro conversion would be something like a complete the look bundle, right? You encourage multiple purchases without pressure. And there's also social proof modules, right? Not necessarily the Judge Me or Luke's, but maybe you have tagged Instagram posts or TikTok clips, right? Or maybe you do have reviews with photos, right? And again, it's a micro conversion in terms of they're actually clicking on these videos, they're actually watching them in their entirety, they're doing their proper research, right? So you just got to remember that every micro conversion is a second chance at a sale. And without them, that visitor just walks out the door and you might never really see them again. Now, those are the main elements that would make a product page truly stand out and truly feel like the customer is not screaming anymore, this could be a scam. Now, something that I think a lot of people do talk about and you definitely want to prioritize is mobile optimization and fast load speed. A lot of these themes out there have some basic adjustments that you can do for mobile, but just making sure that like nothing is frustrating to tap, right? That everything is absolutely in place within mobile is going to be super important. So I'll throw that as a little extra when it comes to conversions, because a lot of times we, especially any conversion rate, specialists or conversion optimizers out there, a lot of times they kind of walk through and show you the desktop version, but mobile is where majority of your customers are coming through. So all these elements and all these things that we're talking about definitely apply, right? But they may apply in a slightly different way when it comes to mobile. So for example, you got to think about, that when we talk about the hero section or above the fold, right? Above the fold, a lot of times on mobile, it's just the image. And that's just kind of by default with a lot of these themes. So in order to get more information, right, into that section above the fold, just reducing spacing it's a huge fix. If you have the ability within your theme to reduce spacing between sections or between blocks, that's going to be a huge win for you. Obviously, you don't want things cluttered and looking too on top of each other, but just having enough breathing room in between things, but not having too much, is gonna make your product page just look 100 times better. So we got to fix product pages. Now, 5 key moves that actually sell. You gotta lead with what actually matters. Immediately, highlight the fit, fabric, the price, any benefits, right? You also have to add contextual media, show real humans, lifestyle shots, videos, allow zoom, scroll through UGC reviews. You also want to organize vertically, use clear, scannable sections, use bullet points. Don't hide all the important information into tabs. You want to apply trust, visible returns policy, honest review responses, easy question and answer access. You want to enable micro conversions, wish lists, size notifications, complete the look bundles, social shopping queues. Now, if any of this resonates with your brand and you're nodding because you've seen those people bounce out of your product page, or you had customers ask, okay, this is cool, but how does it actually fit? I want you to drop a comment and I want you to tell me what is that your page is currently missing. And if you have any questions, just comment down below on, hey Christian, I love these ideas. How do I implement? Let me know in the comments below and I will do my best to help you out. Remember that product pages, they aren't just listings, they are emotional, persuasive, trust building touch points. You got to fix the layout. You're not just making it easy to buy, right? You're actually making it fun to buy. Now, I just wanted to say that if you are a clothing brand owner and want to jump into the specifics of your brand and how to grow it profitably, you can schedule a free 45-minute strategy session with us. There are limited spots, so you can go find a time right now. There's a link in the description below. So just to close, don't treat your product page like a brochure. Treat it like an experience. Do it right. Guide them through trust, clarity, and context. You're not just selling clothes, you're building loyalty from the get-go. If you're interested in what apps I would recommend for the product page, then you can check out this video here next.